welcome back to another vlog. I am heading to London tomorrow morning. I'm heading there bright and early. I need to get my first train at 6:57 a.m. I'm gonna have 3 trains. I'm going to Brussels. I'm getting the Eurostar to London St Pancras. Then I am meeting my author friend Sarah El Arifi, who wrote Feybound, Cursebound, and is coming out with Cleopatra. I'm sure a lot of you guys know her. We met at the Romantasy Fair ball, so if you haven't watched that vlog, you can go get that. We're meeting for lunch, and then I'm meeting my agent Kira in Notting Hill, and then I have an event at Saucy Books in Notting Hill, London. So it's going to be a very, very full-on day tomorrow. It's going to be a travel day. It's also going to be a book event day, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I am aware that the lighting isn't great, but we're in winter, so what can we do? I thought I would show you guys a couple of proofs that I recently got sent, and something that's really funny to me or interesting to me, maybe not to anyone else, is that these respective proofs were sent by the 2 editors who bid unsuccessfully on A Fate Forged in Fire. So for those of you who don't know, my book A Fate Forged in Fire went to auction in the UK, which means there was more than one publisher interested in buying it. So we had Sophie at Headline and we had Kelly at Zafra, and they were both incredible women, and I love chatting to them and I love their vision for the book, and I'm so thankful that they wanted A Fate Forged in Fire and that they don't hold grudges for me saying no. But I just gelled way better with Alexa at Renegade, and then she left me. Oh, but anyway, so I got these 2 proofs. So Sophie at Headline sent me Death's Daughter. I've actually already read this because they wanted me to blurb for it. This is by S.A. Barnes, and this is what it looks like. And this comes out, I believe, May 2026, so around about the same time A Queen Crowned in Flames is coming out. And this says, after a tragic and terrifying incident when she was 14, Jocasta vowed to hide her true self and never take life again. Instead, she's carved out a normal life for herself, well, as normal as she can get with a name like Jocasta, and being the one and only child of Death himself. It is a very interesting concept. So it's the daughter of Death and the son of Lust. And they're kind of trying to solve like a murder mystery case. There's like a lot of heated rivalry going on. It's a very interesting concept. It's definitely a fun read, but I would say it reads, I think, a little younger than adult. I would have put this at young adult again until I hit the spice. So bear that in mind if you're going to go for this one. This one came from Kelly at Zafra, and I actually haven't read this yet. This just came in the post today, and it is The Lies That Summon the Night is the title, and this is coming out in February of 2026. And obviously for the proof it just says the darkest sins taste the sweetest, but the title is The Lies That Summon the Night. He hunts sins, she is a sinner, temptation could destroy them both. And it's really interesting that I got both of these because both of these mention lust at the same time. So I was like, interesting when you can like see a trend in like the genre. But the little blurb on the inside is, from the art of liars the monsters came. Ever since art gave life to bloodthirsty shadows, creative works have been forbidden. The talented are sacrificed to the sinless, the immortal royals who feast on human blood. This sounds super interesting. I can't wait to read this. I think this will be my next read when I come back from London, but I'm actually taking my Kindle with me to London just because it's a little bit more portable. So yeah, if you guys are interested in them, they're up for pre-order. Obviously, if you're interested in book 2 of my duology, A Queen Crowned in Flames, that is also available for pre-order, but you're about to get a lot more book stuff in the rest of this vlog, but I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow morning. Good morning everyone, and welcome back to what will now be known as the vlog with terrible lighting. I am at the train station. It is early. It is 7:15 in the morning. Could I have gotten a slightly later train? Yes, but that would only have given me like 3 minutes to make my connecting train to Brussels and Breda. And I don't trust the train line here. It's already delayed by a minute. I just checked the app, so instead of being at 6:56, it's now 6:57. Dutch trains are always delayed. There's always issues, so I like to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, but because there's only trains leaving here every 30 minutes, it now means I'm going to be 30 minutes early in Breda for my train, so I'm going to be waiting there for a while, and then that gets me in an hour earlier or 40 minutes earlier than I need to be in Brussels. So yeah, I'm just overcorrecting in case of delays because yeah, if I have a delay of 30 minutes on any of them, I miss all of my connections. And that includes the connection to London. So do I make my travel days slightly longer than they have to be? Yeah, but at least then I don't have the anxiety of, oh my god, I need to run everywhere because what if I'm going to miss a connection? But the weather sucks. It is raining. It is cold. So that's why I'm hibernating in the car until I actually have to go onto the train platform. But we're doing it. We're up, we're showered, the makeup's on, cases in the back. I've already checked if I have my passport about 3 times. Yes, I have my headphones. For anyone who watched my last travel day to London, I forgot my headphones and it was possibly the most horrific journey because of it. Never again. Never again. They are charged. They are in my bag. So hopefully it will be smooth sailing to London. I have made it to Brussels Midi. I am going to go and get myself a coffee before I go through security for the Eurostar, because through there's duty free but there isn't like any cafes or anything. They're all kind of out here. The station is so busy. Every time I come here I swear I almost have a panic attack, so I'm literally going to grab a takeaway coffee and go straight through. So we have made it through to duty free. I am wearing my sunflower lanyard because of my autism, which I don't actually wear very often. I didn't put it on between, like, to get to Brussels because I knew it was going to be quiet, and I'd also actually booked myself in on a first class train, just because it was only like £15 more expensive to get upgraded to first class. And on that train it's really worth it because it gets incredibly busy. Like both times I've taken it now, in second class there's no seats left and the train is an hour and a half, so to me I think that's worth it. But any type of security, like airport security, Eurostar security, I get really bad travel anxiety anyway, so I got this obviously because I'm autistic. I got it after my diagnosis, and it's been a godsend. Now, I would say I'm gonna have a look around duty free, but honestly, I don't have any space. Like, this is the oldest travel case I have. It's been with me, I think, over 10 years, but I will have it till it dies because it fits so much in there. I've really stuffed things in there now, though. But I did bring a tote bag with me because if there's anything I want to purchase in London, then I will be bringing it back. They have a nice little merry gifting station, though. That's cute. Oh, am I about to get distracted with the little gift sets though? I often find that gift sets aren't really worth the money. Like if you think about, like for instance, how much these would cost individually and then you think about how much it costs as a gift, I feel like sometimes you're not always getting a good deal. But I do like Clarins. I feel like a lot of these gift sets would make people very happy this Christmas. Anyway, I can't hear myself think because of this loud music, so I'm going to go in search of somewhere a bit quieter before I get on this train. Okay, I have my mic out so that I don't have to yell and you guys can still hear me because I'm in a little cafe. I made it to London and I've made it to Notting Hill. So basically I got off of the Eurostar and I had to go pretty much immediately to meet Sarah. And I had to use my phone to navigate like how to get there. And I hate having to use my phone for directions in London because, if you know, London is full of phone thieves at the moment. So I had a death grip on my phone with 2 hands, and usually when I vlog I like switch between hands. I'll have like my phone in one hand and my DJI in the other, but I also have my case with me and a backpack, so I was just a little bit too full of things to continue vlogging. But I had a lovely lunch with Sarah. Anyone wondering who Sarah is, she is Sarah El-Arifi. She wrote Feybound, Cursebound. She's coming out with Cleopatra in February. You can go pre-order it. But she's lovely. We met at the Romanticy Fair Ball and we just had a nice lunch. And I have now headed up to Notting Hill because I'm meeting my agent Kira here before my event at Saucy Books, which is here in Notting Hill. Now, this is my first time ever in Notting Hill. And I basically got off the underground and I was like, I need a coffee. So let's find like a nice little place to have coffee, which is what I've done. This is the Notting Hill Coffee Company, something, I don't know. But they have this lovely seating area upstairs, which is where I've kind of like parked myself. And I was like, okay, I'm not actually that far from Kensington Palace, which I kind of want to see, but I'm like, it's a solid 20-minute walk there, and then it would be a 30-minute walk back to where I'm meeting my agent, and it's going to be dark in an hour. So I feel like the logistics are not working out, especially because I have my case. I think if I didn't have my case, I would be like, it's fine, I'll just go. But an almost hour-long walk dragging that case behind me, I just don't really feel up to it after having been awake since 5:30 this morning. So I think I'm just going to stay here, and I've messaged my agent to see if she wants to come and meet me prior to like the early dinner we have booked. Otherwise I will walk up to the Notting Hill bookstore, which was featured in the film Notting Hill, because it's pretty much a straight road, so I don't need my phone to navigate. It will probably be dark when I'm walking, unfortunately, but again, it's winter, these things happen. But it is a busy area, so I feel safe enough. It's just, it's harder to like get content, but whatever. And then I'll meet my agent, and then we'll go to the event. So there's still quite a lot of the evening left. Again, I'm not really sure how much I've vlogged. I do struggle vlogging travel days on my own, again, just because I don't have so much luggage. I have a backpack and a case, but when you're also then juggling a phone and a camera, it can get to be quite a lot. So yeah, I think I'm going to sit here. Maybe I'll get a bit of work done. The couches are lovely. They're very comfy. I try not to film people, but very nice couches in here. Let me know in the comments if anyone has been to Notting Hill and would recommend like things in the area, because I'll probably be back. Okay, you know what? I've decided to say screw it. I am going to go down and I am going to see Kensington Palace. Could this be a mistake? Very possibly. Do I even really know if I'm going the right way? Not really. This feels very much like London in a movie, to be honest. This area, doesn't it? I mean, there was literally a movie called Notting Hill, I suppose. I think this is it. That was in fact not the right way. I didn't go far enough. I think the garden is behind this wall. Okay, Google Maps told me that you could go in. There's like a public footpath into the gardens. But I feel like every like inlet I've passed is blocked off. I don't know if I've just still not walked far enough. Like, I am so bad with direction. Maybe it's just further than I thought. But I've committed now, so we're going. This looks more like it. Let's see. I didn't think about my case making a really annoying noise on the ground. But this is it. This is what I was looking for. This is the Kensington Palace Gardens. And if I'm right, and I turn to the right here, I should be able to see down to Kensington Palace. Here's a nice little sign. Welcome to Kensington Gardens. Once upon a time, this park was the private playground of the nobility. I believe Queen Victoria stayed in Kensington Palace for a really long time. Okay, this is a bit of a fail. Can't see the palace. Lol. Can't see the palace because it's in front of me, not to the side. Of course it is, Hazel. These gardens are lovely though. Perfect for a little dog walk. There are parrots in the trees. There's no way this camera is gonna like capture them, but you can hear them. Listen. I don't know if it's a parrot or a parakeet, but they're bright green. Okay, at this point I'm doubting if I'm gonna be able to see the palace at all because it's gated off down there. So I'm heading down to this path where the water is. This could be, and still be an absolute fail. And I actually can't believe that I have a book event now because I'm so tired. Like, I still have to go to dinner. Not have to, like I'm happy to go to dinner with my agent, and then I'm still excited for like the book event. It's just been a very long day, and then I have to travel an hour to get to my friend Alessia's after the event. Super happy and grateful that I get to call this my job in my life, but that is quite a lot of public transport for the one day, and I am aware that I am only making things harder for myself by deciding to walk for an hour prior to dinner. But you know what? Memories. There's a lot of very, very nice trees here. It's a shame that it's winter and they've got no leaves on, but they are very, very old. Okay, I can see the Queen Victoria statue, so I'm going to walk down to that and then I'm going to walk back. The sun is really setting now, and I know my mum's going to be watching this and being like, I told you not to walk alone in London at night. Mum, it's 4 p.m. It is 4 p.m. I have shit to do. Take it up with the sun. It actually looks way lighter on this camera than it is, but it's also very, very busy around here, so I'll be fine. I do genuinely wish I didn't have this case though, because my shoulder is really sore from pulling it, and it's just so awkward and bulky. Okay, we have made it to Kensington Palace. Now, I was aware it wasn't super impressive because it's older even than Buckingham Palace, but I'm happy I've come to see it, and especially see this little statue of Queen Victoria, which I actually think is more impressive than the front of the palace. Although I believe Kensington Palace now is used as like royal apartments. I think it's all been like renovated on the inside. But I think this is where Queen Victoria spent most of her early life. Okay, let's go. About to do a 2-kilometer walk to the Notting Hill bookstore. I am insane. I mean, I'd rather do this than just have sat in that cafe for like another hour, so there's that. Here we have some of the famous Notting Hill colourful houses, which you can't really see properly unfortunately because it's so dark now, but there you go. Okay, we made it to the Notting Hill bookshop. Let's go in and see what it's about. Such a lovely window display. That's really pretty. Okay, let's go in. Oh god, it's warm in here. This isn't really the bookstore to have a case in. Dear. Very pretty. Cute. It is quieter around here at the back. It's a very, very small store, but it's very, very cute. My husband would love it if I brought a map back for him. He loves a map. They do have a lot of lovely tote bags. This one's very pretty. It's a beautiful Christmas card. Very, very pretty though. So I'm currently walking down Portobello Road. You can see some of the market is still up. And this is very niche, but one of my favourite movies when I was younger, probably like when I was about 11 or 12, was Bedknobs and Broomsticks. A very, very strange movie for like someone of my age at that time to really like, but yeah, it's just making me think of the song Portobello Road that they sing in that's set at this market back then. So I'm kind of happy that I've also finally walked down Portobello Road. It's not like it was in the movie. I'll say that. Everyone is not singing and dancing. Okay, this is the pub where I am meeting my agent. So I'm a little early, but I think I'm just going to go in and see if I can get our table. It does look like it's a little bit busier than I thought, so I don't know if they'll seat me 15 minutes early. I'm already here. We made it! We made it to Saucy Books. Let's go in. Let's go in! They are open! Of course, thank you. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with all of these vibes. This is like 90s Christmas. This is so good. This is the kissing booth. So cool. I've convinced her. You will buy it. You need to read it before Tuesday so we can debrief on Tuesday. You will easily read it before Tuesday.
Oh my god.
She said, I'm looking for a love interest like Klaus Michelson. And I was like,
written that either.
this is, yeah, this is the closest I could think of.
Oh,
Marv!
nice.
Marv is here! Yay,
Looks
Marv!
great. And it's wrapping.
Woo! Oh, hello! Look at this. Boutica's daughter, yeah, me too.
No, this one.
Oh, the Everlasting.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I want to
all
read
of them.
both. I also have this, the Illumicrate edition. I really need to
Have
read
you
it.
read the What's her name? Alex Astor ones.
Oh my god, all of like the vibes in here are so nice. So nice. Oh my goodness. Got all of the seasonal reads as well. So many seasonal reads. I love that. I love these pink shelves. Oh my goodness. So cute in here.
I personally lean heavily towards romancy, and what I liked about this book so much was that you had a main character who like knew what she deserved and like to what she wanted to go after from like the get-go. The ginger. So
there are a lot of gingers in this
there
book.
are.
So that's in Gaelic it means the land of fire.
Oh.
So if we were being completely correct in Gaelic, it would be Cheer and China.
Okay.
But we took the Anna because it didn't sound as good.
Sounds good.
So that's where creative license kind of played a part. So cheer means land, and it's pronounced like cheerleader, but it's written T-I-R.
T-I-R.
So it's very different. It's very different after even the Scots language is in there. So Scots is kind of more what we would use in the mainstream. So there's words like sleek it, which means sly. That's not a Gaelic word, that's just a Scots word. So if you say that to a Scots person, like, oh, he's got a bit of a sleek it look, like, oh, he's looking a bit sly. Or my grand's favourite one was dreich.
Okay.
Like, that just means, like, it's a bit miserable outside, like the weather, like, oh, it's a dreich day. Like, that's a Scots word, that's not a Scottish Gaelic word. So they are also in the book. So I'm like, I'm using Scots. I feel like any time I was feeling female rage, I was just like, we're gonna put that in the book. I was like, let's just take this and put it in as well. In the book that's like, I would have blushed if I had ever been ashamed of my nakedness. And I was like, it's so important that she showcases like how it could be in the matriarchy. Like women would never have been made to feel like they needed to be smaller. Right. Or that they needed to fit into a different box, or they needed to be different, or, you know, it was just, you can be a woman and just exist as you are. Yeah. Because even though she's very confident, she's perhaps overconfident. And she needed to be humbled. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be so easy.
Yeah, she did. And has a bit more like self-serving ideals. I feel like Adarian's doing it because his sister wants it. And he wants to give that to her, and he sees that she'll maybe make it a better world for everyone. And then he's just kind of like, and I'll just do my own thing. When you're settled, I'll just figure out what I want to do. What a good event. This is my editor, Saida, having a little Friday night wine. It's almost vacation. Almost vacation. Nearly there. But it's been a lovely event with Saucy Books. Do you want to see it? Do you want to in? No, I'm out now. It's been such a wonderful event at Saucy Books. There's been some incredible readers, and yeah, it's been lovely. But I am very tired now, so I'm going to end this vlog. I'm going to head to Alexia's, and next week you guys are going to get a very Christmassy London day. So thank you for watching, subscribe, all that. This is so embarrassing to do in public, but bye!